Okay, hello, hi. Can you
Hello.
tell me a little bit about yourself, like your name and what academic role you play in this institution?
Yes. Hello. I'm Harsh Goyal. I'm a second year student of BSMS in IISER Pune, and I'm interested in physics. That's the subject that I'm most interested in. But other than that, certain areas in fields of maths and biology are also quite interesting. I have found. Yeah. Hobbies wise, a bit of psychology, a bit of comedy, a bit of football, a bit of everything. So yeah, that's
Hmm,
more or less
that
it.
sounds nice. So, like, why did you choose to stand for this year's elections?
Okay, so like basically all my life I've always been like observing everywhere, like observing systems, people, and there've always been systems and organizations and the way they are run that haven't really satisfied me, should I say, because I've always seen a better slash more efficient way of running them, but have never had the means slash power to bring change into it or put my ideas forth. So I aim to change that. I wanna um, try to put my ideas forth and see if they can actually make a difference. So yeah, more or less that's why.
Uh, what could you put your manifesto in some few words?
So primarily, what I aim to do with by standing for the elections is to address why, like to show that this the student council is important for an institute like IISER Pune and for institutes in general, any education institute, because we only have had 17 nominations this year, which is quite low, and I really think that student council is a thing which should be a huge part of any institute, education institutes, and yeah, I don't know why people uh, don't think that's necessary over here. So I aim to change that. And also, when the faculty mentorship program was started back in, I mean, like when I was introduced to it, it seemed like a very good idea to me. I was really impressed by it, but then it really fizzled out. It never really attained the expectations and heights that I thought it would. So I want to maybe make it a bit more effective and useful for students, for us, basically, because I think it's a very good idea, but just not executed as well. And other than that, I just like to help people in general, and I think this will give me sounds a bit say pretentious, but then it's yeah, I can't say anything else. I do like to help people, and I think this will give me a chance to help more people. So yeah, that um yeah, more or less. And also, well, personal reasons are also that I think that taking responsibility is the best way to have personal growth. So I think that this might help me as a person to grow as a person as well, and also to give me a new experience and this sort of a role, I guess. So yeah, that's more or less it.
You had spoken like in a in an answer to a previous question. You had spoken about seeing like more efficient ways of running a system. So if so, like you are aware that we had a student council last year, right? Like
Yeah.
we were in the institution when the last year's student council was
hmm
in term. So what do you know about your running? And like if you were in their place, like how would you do things differently?
I think that they did a decent job, actually a pretty good job. But then one thing that they did not manage to let everybody know was how the student council works exactly. Um, like myself, and I think the vast majority of the student body didn't know how or what the student council actually is or does. Um, it was just a black box to us. So to increase the transparency of what the student council does, as well as to maybe let maybe act as a mediator between the faculty and the what do you call it, the administration and the student body, because even that is a black box to us more or less. The transparency is quite low in our opinion. It's a generic argument, but then I think it's a generic argument for a reason, because it's something that everybody thinks needs to change. So Yeah, more or less that.
Yeah, so like you are aware that we are on a virtual platform, right? And like
Yes.
again, there's like even more communication barriers that were already there between like the students, the admin, and like your fellow student council members.
Hmm.
Do you have any plans on like how you would be able to bridge those gaps? And
Yeah.
also, do you
Yeah.
have any specific position you're aiming for?
So I do plan to seek solutions for most of the things. Like the again, this might be a bit generic, but then it was a huge problem that not most, maybe most, many of the people, many of the students of the new batch didn't have friends, and didn't have any regular human interaction because of the lockdown, and that led to the confessions page, confession. So we tried to change it. Uh, there wasn't much participation, so maybe something from the institute itself might help. So I'm gonna try to put something like that forward, um, so that such that the institute themselves might make people interact with each other. Maybe not forcefully, but then in a natural way, hopefully. So yeah, and there are many other concerns as well, like campus. When is that going to happen? That's a question that everybody has had on their minds, and yeah, all I've been able to do up until now is send emails, send requests, and asking for what's going on and stuff like that. But then either it's been ignored or it's just been not addressed as sufficiently as I hoped it would. So maybe I'll be able to get a better answer and maybe even affect it a bit. It's a tall order, but then I'm certainly going to try. And as for what was the second question? Sorry.
What specific are you aiming for? Like a
Oh yeah, right,
specific
right,
position in
right.
the student council?
Yeah, so I'd like to be a part of the grievance committee. I think that'll help. Let me help the most people, and also I think it is the most effective position in terms of what I want to do. Um, and I would like to be general secretary as well, but then let's see. That's a byproduct if it does happen. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. Like,
Right.
and all the best for like the
Oh yeah.
elections.